So do you guys like demons? Hello and welcome, I'm Jade of Jade Reader, and today I am talking about demons. If demons are not your cup of tea, for many they are not, this is not the video for you. However, I have plenty of other videos, and I'll link a really happy one up above, and so you can, frolic over there. Today we're talking about flesh-eating, mind-bending, possessing demons. So there are lots of different types of demons. I'm going to list off some of my favorite demon books and demon recommendations. First up on my list is Sock Hill Girls by Claire Legrand. Sock Hill Girls is about a girl named Marion who goes to live on Sock Hill Rock, where two other resident girls are dwelling. There has been a string of murders, not recently, but throughout the centuries, of women disappearing from Sock Hill Rock, and there has always been a link to a family that lives on Sock Hill Rock. So Sock Hill Rock takes off almost immediately. It definitely has some gory moments, and yeah, there's a demon in it. This demon is our main antagonist. It's terrifying, it's devouring, it has possession, and there are some spooky moments in this book. Atmosphere alone would make me recommend this book, and the fact that it has a demon in it makes it all the better. This book will make you feel like you're cold and shivering on a lonely beach without the sun, and sometimes that's just the read you want, and that is the read you will get with Sock Hill Girls. Now, stepping away from more demonic demons, we have Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Young. Girls of Paper and Fire is not your traditional demon story. However, there are half demons and full demons in this story. Demons in this sense are going to be these ethereal creatures that resemble animals, autonomous animals, or half human, half animals. So you have steel casts and moon casts in this book, as well as your regular humans, which are paper casts. And this is a story where Lay, who is a paper cast, is taken away from her home and taken to the palace to serve as the concubine for the Demon King. That's where our chief demon comes in, which is the Demon King. While there's other demons featured in this book, they're not all evil, but the main demon, the bad demon, the demon that is going to ruin your day is the Demon King. He's selfish and he's cowardly, and he chooses to show his power in horrible ways. There are trigger warnings for sexual assault and rape in this book, as there are concubines taken against their will. With that being said, this book is absolutely fantastic, and if that is not a trigger for you, I highly recommend Girls of Paper and Fire, not only for the demons, but for Lay and her story that is told. And we are back to the big baddie creepy demons. The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman hit the shelves earlier this year, and I have to admit, I wouldn't have picked this book up if it was not for both Rhiannon from Crescent Moon Reads and Madison from Princess of Paperback. I threw this on my wish list the moment Rhiannon started screaming about it, and then Madison, being the glucose guardian that she is, went ahead and sent it to me. So I have read The Devouring Grey, and it has some absolutely eerie moments. This demon is less of an actual physical creature and more of like an ethereal sense. I don't know how quite to describe it, except for the Devouring Grey is almost like an alternate world that lives within our own, and the founders of this town have been battling against this entity since the beginning of the town's creation. However, as the Grey continues to grow, the founders of this town begin to weaken, and their powers that allow them to fight off the Grey are beginning to dwindle. So this is an excellent demon entity creepy book. I don't have any triggers coming to mind when I think of this book. However, I will have a list of triggers going across the page. If I've missed some, I highly recommend you picking up The Devouring Grey. Now I have a book where the demon or monster is not the antagonist, but the protagonist. For that, I have King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. King of Scars is the story that follows Prince Nikolai, who was my absolute favorite character through the Grisha trilogy, and I don't want to give away any spoilers for this, but I will say that Nikolai has quite a battle within himself, and this demon is more of an internal demon as well as being a bit transformative. So hopefully I'm both giving enough information to tell you there's a monster demon involved and not enough for it to be a spoiler, but King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo was pretty excellent, and one of the perspectives is a perspective that was also featured in Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I was absolutely smitten with this story. I had so much fun reading it. it, as you can see, and I recommend it. So if you're trying to fulfill some weird demon prompt that's happening this fall, but you don't want something scary, King of Scars is definitely your best bet. Now, I'm pulling this one from the end of a series, so keep that in mind. In order to get to this demon, you do have to read my favorite series of all time. Whoops. So sorry. You have to read through the Raven Cycle series to get to the Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. I can definitely not tell you anything about this book except for that the demon in it is one of my favorite demons. I don't know how to describe it without needing to speak. It has quite the personality, and Maggie Stiefvater can write from any perspective, and this is definitely one of my absolute favorites. In a world filled with demons, I almost forgot to mention Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This entire series is filled with demon hunters. There's an entire underground world filled with demons and fae, and the whole world is absolutely magnificent. I did enjoy the prequel series Infernal Devices much more than the City of Bones and the rest of that series, so I'm going to recommend this one because it has a world filled with demons intermixing with humans, and there's quite a humorous moment where two of our main characters are trying to get rid of a demon, and the dialogue between the three of them is incredibly comical. So this is again another book that features demons that isn't going to be scary and eerie, and this one especially has quite a bit of fun to it, and I'm actually pretty fascinated with the world building in this book. Then I don't have a physical copy of this because I listened to it on Audible, but I have Succubus Blues by Rochelle Mead. You most likely know Rochelle Mead's books from her YA series, The Vampire Academy. Rochelle Mead's writing is absolutely entertaining to me. However, this adult series that she wrote is like by far my favorite of hers. I absolutely hate the covers. The covers are horrendous. I'm so sorry you have to look at it. I'm going to end up actually swiping it away. You have angels and demons that are warring together, and then you have Georgina Kincaid. Georgina is a succubus, which means she has to have sex in order to feed off of people's souls. Georgina absolutely hates this. She loves working at her bookstore, being a total badass, and honestly, she has quite the knack for solving mysteries and getting into trouble. This world is absolutely filled with demons. One of my favorite demons that are featured is Jerome, who's in charge of the Seattle district where Georgina resides. This story is bigger than this video, so I'm just gonna leave this up here again, apologize, but also tell you to give it a shot, because if you like the angel and demon aspect, this series definitely has that and so much more. It is an adult book, and it does feature quite a bit of explicit sexual scenes, so if that is something that makes you uncomfortable, possibly step away from that. Otherwise, I highly recommend it if you are of an age in which you should be reading adult books. In the case that you are not eligible to read adult novels, or possibly you just don't like reading them, I have a middle grade book by Holly Black called Doll Bones. Doll Bones I read last fall, and I really was quite creeped out. I was surprised that this was a middle grade. It features a group of children who usually play with dolls. However, one of the children is told he needs to grow up and grow out of it and is expected to play sports. This leads them into their final journey playing with dolls, and it leads them to have to bury a doll that seems somewhat possessed, definitely creepy, and is quite possibly made of human bones. The backstory to this is quite dark as to why this doll is made of bones, but if you'd really like to read a book that is both middle grade and terrifying, Doll Bones is going to be the book for you. And with that, that's it. That is the end of my demon recommendation books. These are some of my favorites. There's so many more. If you have a demon book that you think I would absolutely adore, or if you think you have a book that should be put on this list for next year, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to check it out. And until then, I hope you're enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are. Until next time, bye! So, you like demons? No, that's not how I'm gonna start my video. Hey, so you like demons? Why are these all dumb? These openings are dumb. I just need to open it. So I hear you like demons. Sounds like a really dorky pickup line. Hey, so ninth house says demons, right? Because I haven't actually read it yet. Demons, right? Yes? Confirm. Say yes, demons, and then confirm. Is it a spoiler? Also tell me that. Because I don't know why I think it has demons. I also have a graphic novel that I would love to recommend, and that is Monstrous. I don't know the author. I don't actually know how to explain Monstrous. I'm done. You're getting all up in my hair. You know, you kind of remind me a little bit of a demon.